What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Summer Career Mode. It is episode number 9, we are back. It is a brand new season as our second year at Ipswich gets underway, going to the Championship, where to start season 2 our budget with Reading will be £6 million, but it might actually be a bit more than that because I believe that we still got the players from last season. So 6 mil to begin with, but as soon as we advance a day in the calendar, we'll see the departures of Smith and Button and Harley Dean, players that we sold for, well, a little bit of money, but in Smith's case, a little bit more. And as we simulate through, we shall see what we are working with now. And it's, okay, so it's not up by much, but listen, with Reading, every little helps. We're up to just shy of £8 million on the back of those sales there. Okay, for a championship side, I'll take it. And I also want to see if we have had any freebies given to us as well, and we have indeed, because of a lack of squad depth. But it's just a one actually. It's just a one freebie actually. That's Schneider, this 57 rated 18-year-old French central midfielder. I don't think he's got much chance of becoming the next Johan Cabaye. I don't know why Cabaye came to mind there, but even so. So yeah, for the new season, it's pretty clear where our problems are. Depth. We've literally only got just enough to make up a bench. Now that means we can't sell anyone or loan anyone out until we add to the squad depth. So yeah, that's concerning. The smallest squad I've ever worked with. So look at the squad hub then for the new season, and as you see, we would have once again some big contract issues. I'd say the majority of our players are going to be out of contract coming the end of the season. Owen retains his showing great potential tag from last season, and he's not retiring in the end, and Reggie retains his exciting prospect tag too. But this is going to be another massive challenge for Reading, man. Again, working with the smallest squad I've ever worked with. I don't think this guy's going to have any potential at all. He's sub 60 overalls, I can't check, but even so. Another major challenge. Season 1 was tough enough. Season 2 is going to be even tougher. And now we're in a higher division of the Championship as well. This is just going to get even harder for me. And with the players having their contract coming the end of the year, well, before we think about bringing new players in, with a squad of just 18 players, maybe we should think about tying players down to begin with. And so to start with, I will give a few contracts out. I'm going to give Kanaya Boyce Clark a contract. He was our backup goalkeeper last year, 21 years old, 61 overall. Don't know how much better he can get, but as a squad goalkeeper, if nothing else, at least we haven't got to pay a transfer fee to bring anyone else in. He's good enough to just sit on the bench here in the Championship. I'm going to give Kamara a new deal. That's our attacking midfielder. Played quite a bit for us last season, didn't do too much, but again, just to keep him here on a low wage and fit out the squad. I'm going to give him Benge a new deal too. He started a lot until we promoted Haynes from the academy last season, so he'll get a new deal as well. And of course, the most noteworthy one, Tyler Bindon. I said I do see this guy becoming future club captain. If not this season, then maybe next season. But yeah, Bindon, the teenage New Zealand defender, he's going absolutely nowhere. And I'll let you know if he's had a potential upgrade as well, because I'm really big on this kid. Only 19, but so close to 70 overall already. He's got a bright future here. So with Amadou and Benge turning down that deal, looks as though he is going to be leaving. Though, of course, we can't sell anyone until we bring players in because of the incredibly small squad we've got. So heading into the new season, I mean, really, again, the best thing we can do is just look for freebies, man. Look for freebies. Haven't got much money, but also I want to see if we can possibly bring in a 5-star scout, because we're going to need one, man. Last year, we didn't get much luck with the scouting. Reggie, of course, being the best, but I think that we should go for a 5-star. It's a 5-star, 4-star, but I think for the new season, that's where we're going to get the majority of our good young players. Not through signing, but through the youth scouting. I'm going to wait until the 5-star becomes available. Once there's one there, I'm bringing one in. So for the new season, obviously working with a very small budget, best thing we can do is look for those freebies. So this is going to take me a while, guys. I'm going to go get myself a cup of coffee, I think. And I'm going to be spending the next 30 to 45 minutes doing this, I think. Time to look for the freebies. Alright, so I found a few. I don't know about Daniele Rugani coming in after his release from Juventus. I wouldn't mind that, to be fair. I think that'd be kind of cool, dropping down to the second tier of England. We'll think about it. But the one player on this list for sure that I am going to bring in is the ex-Sunderland left-back who came through the Spurs Academy. That is Dennis Shirkin. He was a really good young player. player when he first burst onto the professional scene, but he hasn't really kicked on since then. I haven't got a full scout report on the guy, but he's got some pace, got some okay stamina, and technically not terrible either. Look at these stats ranges here. I'd imagine he's probably mid to high 60s, and that's good enough to start in this team, so I'm going to bring him in. And as he signs a 5-year deal on $4.5 grand a week, making him our highest earner. To be fair, this guy might not have kicked on much since he came through the Spurs Academy, but he is still a really decent young player. Only 22 years old, can fit in at centre-half, plays slightly further forward as well. And in this team, looking for an official left-back after last year we were playing Reggie there. I want to play Reggie in his more natural right-back role for this upcoming season. This is a pretty decent deal, to be fair, on just a free transfer. Turns out he's higher than the mid-60s. He's actually 70 overall at 22 years old. I'd imagine I had a little bit of potential as well. Welcome to the Medeski Stadium, Dennis Shirkin. So again, 70 rated, 22 years old, and he's got a bit of pace, high medium work rate, stamina ain't bad either. I'd like to work on the strength he's got and improve the defensive work rate too, but on a freebie, I'll certainly take this. He may never live up to the official hype he showed when he was really young, but he'll slot into our starting 11 no problem at all. Is there a 5-star available yet? There's not. There is a 4-star 5-star though, and again, judgment is the most important stat when looking for youth players. So I might just pick him up, to be fair. Roman Howard. If he's not 5-star 5-star, I think it will do for now, and it also means you don't have to pay the maximum amount of money for a youth scout either. Yeah, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll hire him 4-star 5-star. So we've got 4-star 5-star and a 3-star 4-star, and I'm going to release the 3-star 2-star because they were never going to find me anyone anyway, and maybe there'll be another 5-star judgment scout available afterwards. There is indeed another 4-star 5-star, so I'm going to bring him in as well. We're improving the youth scouting team gradually, and whilst we haven't got the 5-star 5-star yet, 2 5-star judgments with 4-star experience, that's good enough for me, that I'd say, for season 2. So what we'll do is we'll send Roman out to his native England, looking for any sort of player whatsoever. I've got to be careful with the budget here, to be fair. 342k, that's going to cost me. And I just spent 5 mil or over 5 mil on those 2 scouts there, plus the firing. We'll send him out to England anyway. How much money have we got now in the budget? How much money have we got now? Oh, goodness gracious me. Oh, wow, okay. Well, I knew it was going to be another tough season for finances, but I've spent most of it on the scouts. So where should we send Zhao? Obviously, last year we went to America looking for a new goalkeeper. Sadly, didn't work out, but that was mainly just because of the poor scout we were using. And I wouldn't mind going to a nation I don't think I've scouted in this year's FC yet. Obviously, any choice we want here, I don't mind, but I prefer to go somewhere I haven't gone yet. I tell you what we could do. We could go to Ghana, because obviously Reading have got Andy, club captain, Ghanaian. They've got the young lad Kelvin as well. And Ghana, I don't think would be a bad shout, to be fair. With the 2 Ghanaians we've already got, we could use as mentors. Kelvin, slightly younger mentor, but Andy the captain as well. I don't mind that, to be fair. I don't mind that. Let's go to Ghana. And should we specify a type this year or go for any? I just find better options when I look for any. I know sometimes people ask me, Doxy boy, you very rarely specify a type of youth player or a position. Genuinely, I just seem to find better options when looking for any player possible and casting the biggest net. So let's send Zhao to Ghana, looking for the next Andy or Kelvin to come through the youth setup here. And as for the weakest of the 3 scouts, Jack, who ironically has found our best players so far with the likes of Reggie and Haynes coming through the youth team. Well, I wouldn't be against sending him to his native Scotland, to be fair, but when I started in England, I pretty much always scout England, Scotland and Wales, and of course Republic of Northern Ireland the first 2 years or so as well. So in fact, maybe instead of going further north to Scotland, we go even further north to Iceland. This isn't a bad shout because we've got an Icelandic goalkeeper that's came back from loan, but also Gylfi Sigurdsson came through the Reading Academy as a youngster. Obviously went on to play for Spurs and Swansea and Everton. Big transfer to Goodison Park as well. And he could hit the ball, man. I tell you, Gylfi Sigurdsson had a hell of a strike on him and was great from dead ball situations too. So I wouldn't be against him for a technically gifted Icelandic playmaker there. Or maybe again, just anyone, to be fair. Like I said, man, I just seem to get better options when looking for anyone. But then Sigurdsson was just so technically good. Do you know what? I'm going to break my rule here and look for a technically gifted Icelandic player. Let's see what our scout can find as he looks for the next Gylfi Sigurdsson. So Ghana, Iceland and England, our 3 nations scouting this year. So there is a bid for Michael Craig. And again, we've got basically no squad depth at all. But as he's still on the transfer list and I can't talk him round, at least I can get some money for him as opposed to what would have been losing him for free last season. And then once this money comes in, all we can do really is this guy needs a shirt. All we can do really is just... Come on, EA, it's August. All we can do really is just sign those freebies and just pray, and I mean pray, that this year we get better luck with the youth scouting. Because again, right now there's no one in the academy that we could bring in that would make a difference. I mean, they're all so lowly rated, apart from Bennett, who's a goalkeeper with low potential. So we really did not get... It's crazy to think last year was like the year for the youth scouting. We just didn't really get the luck at all, unfortunately, as Craig is going to go to St. Louis in America. So again, we'll get a bit of money. There is a little bit to work with, but again, it's not just the transfer fees we'd have to pay with the wages as well. I think for the most part, or really completely, we're just completely reliant now on freebies and loans. To be fair, what I might actually do is bring in Luke 09. I know we are looking for those younger players part of the rebuild, but it's basically beggars can't be choosers at this point. And to be fair, as we know, this guy was a legend in the Sunderland Till I Die save. I've never used him before, but a 91 stamina, the physical balance, but also the versatility means, to be fair, this guy is perfect for us with our small squad size and the versatility, utility kind of player too. Legend with Sunderland, now let's make him a legend with Reading. Yep, a legend in the Sunderland Till I Die series. Has a bit of cult hero kind of status, really. Whilst I don't think he'll become a Docks cult hero, he's certainly a hero of mine for signing here because we've got no one else to play. And this guy is so versatile and exactly what we need with this small squad. So coming in on a 3-year deal. Welcome to the Medeski Stadium, Luke 09. Yep, Luke is in. I just looked this up. I didn't realise he had Singapore heritage. He should go and play for the Singapore national team. I talk about this often, but if you've got no chance, and I mean no chance, of playing for your nation of birth, yet you do have a chance of playing for another one, go and play for that nation. Luke, you're not going to get a call up for England, mate. No matter who takes over from Gareth, go and play for Singapore. How cool would that be? But again, this guy is so versatile. He really can play anywhere. But to me, I'd say he'd probably be best as a defensive midfielder with the incredibly high stamina, aggression, and decent defensive stats. We're going to convert him there, and that's where he'll play the majority of games for us here, I'd say. But again, because of his versatility, I'll approach playing wherever, really. God, this is difficult. Our team is so bad, man. Honestly, it's so bad. I think, you know what I might do is sell the captain as well. For this season, he's going to be dropping to the bench, or possibly even a Rezzies with Bindon taking the armband. Reggie will take his place at right back, and Kelvin is only 3 ratings lower and 12 years younger. With Andy out of contract coming the end of the season, trying to make our team younger as well. I might say thank you for all the years of service here, but we've got to make some very tough decisions. And out of contract coming the end of the season, he's not going to get a new one anyway. So we might try and get something for him as opposed to losing him on a free transfer. This is tough, man. This is really tough. This is such a bad team. Again, only 19 players here and no money to work with, really. And basically no one available on the free agents pool. No one of real quality anyway. This is such a tough challenge. It turns out Andy's okay with the move as well, so I'm glad we agree on that. And again, whilst we won't get that much money for him, we'll take what we can get. There is a bid for one of our youngsters, Owen Haynes, but of course he's going absolutely nowhere, man. Augsburg putting the bid in, but of course he is staying with us for the long term as our partner for Bindon. So yeah, again, we have been doing a lot of scouting. Unfortunately, quite a lot of these players have now been snapped up. Marius Wolf has gone to Benfica. Rugani has gone to the Magpies. Sensei has gone to Napoli as well. There is a youngster here I've been looking at, Lenny Lobato. Still available, freebie from Brazil. 69 rated, 23 years old. Don't really know anything about this guy, but he's rapid. And to be fair, this stops us having to pay a transfer fee for Mukaru to bring him back. And just bringing a player with similar ability and the same sort of play style on the wing as well. I'm going to go bring him in. Yep, don't really know anything about this guy whatsoever, but released by Vélez Sarsfield, it appears, and coming in on a 5-year deal. And again, the handy thing about this is he's kind of similar to Mukaru in terms of the pace, the agility, and a bit of an end product. He's younger, and also I ain't got to pay a transfer fee to bring him in and plug that gap on the left-hand side. Welcome to the Medeski Stadium, Lenny Lobato. It's quite a cool name, isn't it, as well? Lenny Lobato, double L. But again, he looks quite similar to Mukaru. I love the 5-star weak foot and the 4-star skill. He's got great pace, great balance, great agility, and technically not terrible either. I have to say, this might well be the best freebie we pick up of the entire window. This is a really smart little signing here. I want to get the work rates up from medium low to high if possible, and improve that stamina too. But this guy looks like a really solid pickup either on the right or the left-hand side. I really like this signing. And there is a bid for Andy as well from Coventry. Again, didn't really want to sell the captain, but we've just got to make the smart decisions here, man. Honestly, he'll leave at the end of the season on a free, or we can get a bit of money now that we can use to reinvest. As a third choice right back now too. He's not going to offer us much this season, so it just seems the right thing to do. Tough decision always to sell a captain, but yeah, we got to make tough decisions with this incredibly poor Reading team. 750k for the captain, I will take it. And Norwich putting in an even bigger bid, so we shall accept that, and hopefully it'll go to Carrow Road instead. It's only £20,000, but to Reading, £20,000 feels like the equivalent of 2 million, to be fair, and I think that probably is him going to Norwich as well, so we'll take it. Again, it's 20,000. It really doesn't seem like a lot in the grand scheme of things, but working with this Reading team and this low budget, every penny counts, and I mean that quite seriously too. Back of the season ticket money coming in, and that sale to our budget now rising to just over 2 million, but again, very little to work with in modern day football. I would say that right now, looking at the team, obviously there's basically no depth whatsoever. What I think I might do is promote that young American goalkeeper in the academy, not Nicholas Johnson, but the 66 rated Aaron Bennett, which means he's good enough to possibly even start this season with 73 to 87 potential. Has that gone up? I think that's gone up. Well, I'll take it. I'll take the bonus. I need it. So what I might do is promote him and see if he's got the showing great potential tag. Fingers crossed he does. If that's the case, I might just throw him straight in. No, he doesn't, unfortunately. So with that being the case, should I loan him out? Loan him out, or maybe with dynamic potential, just have him as my starting number one? That's a tough choice. That one of these three should get loaned out. Anderson, to be fair, is out of contract. We could actually sell Anderson then. Maybe sell Anderson, because Kanaya is only 2 ratings lower and a year younger. Let's sell Anderson. We'll have Kanaya as the backup, and I think Bennett is our starting goalkeeper this year. Yeah, I think with dynamic potential, we could still get this guy possibly up to the low 80s. So why not, right? Throw him in. Throw him in. It's not like the other options are far better, as Luton put in a bid for Femi, and that is one way we could raise some cash, but absolutely not. Femi is one of our best younger players here. He is going nowhere. And a bid comes in for Kamara, but he's just signed a new deal, so he's going nowhere as well. So we'll dive into the first game. I think we'll play that today, and end the episode there. Is Bristol City away at Ashton Gate. Heading into this one, statistically the lowest rated side in the Championship, and no doubt about it, for our first season in the second tier, listen, back-to-back promotions would be unbelievable, but all I really want to do is try and cement mid-table, possibly top 10 at the absolute best if we're lucky, but let's try and start off by avoiding defeat at Ashton Gate. First game, Bristol City away with our young Reading side. Come on, you Royals. First game of the season, obviously. Can't read too much into it, but you never want to start off with a loss, man. Like, you want to put your best foot forward, you know. Stumbling out of the blocks, so to speak, is not the way anyone wants to start a race, even that of a marathon in a 46-game season. But again, this season, I would say the Medeski will need to be a fortress. If we are to survive and try and finish mid-table, we need to make sure we get enough points at home. And when we're away, a draw here and there, I'll definitely take it. That's really well done, that, though, to be fair. Lenny shot blocked, and Femi puts it wide. Dennis to Haynes, and now to Bindon. And I feel quite confident in my back line, I must say, despite how young it is. Again, Dennis and Reggie are both 70 plus overall. Binden's going to hit that within a few weeks, I'd say. And Haynes isn't too far behind. Question marks over the keeper, but I haven't really got anyone else that can fill in there. Question is, can we get enough goals this season? Kelvin! Nibs off the bar! Harvey off the bar! And Bristol City will clear. That's the thing, man. We've lost our top scorer from last year, Smith. Is Kelvin good enough for the championship? Not sure he was even that good in League One, man. That's the question. Can we score enough goals this year? I've contemplated possibly playing Harvey up top as our main striker because he can score, but I don't know, man. I prefer one that's officially a striker, if you know what I mean. But behind 7 before the break, despite being on top. Yeah, when you go up to a higher division, you're taught a very valuable lesson normally quite early, and that is you need to be clinical against better teams. Because if you don't take your chances, you will get punished. Robin's in front, Bristol City lead. It feels like the championship gets stronger and stronger every season, and this year no exception as well. So to be able to battle this year for a mid-table place, let alone top 10, is going to be incredibly, incredibly difficult. Anyone that was thinking Reading might be set for back-to-back promotions, I admire the optimism, but unfortunately, I don't share the same level of it. Yes, Kelvin! Says Gaffer, I am ready for the second tier. Kelvin smashed it in. Reading find the equaliser, deservedly so. I would say we're on top for most of the game there, and on another day, could have left with all 3 points. But considering it was match day 1, we were away from home, and we were trailing, I'll definitely take the point, and a lot of positives in the first game too. Maybe we're not quite as bad as I first feared. Certainly still have the small squad though, and that will need to be improved on. So that'll do it for today's episode of the Summer Career Mode, guys. So big thank you for watching. Really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then please do drop a like. Myself to you all, have a fantastic day, and we will return the next one with the remainder of the summer transfer window, the League Cup, more games in the Championship, and hopefully some new signings to our small and still statistically the lowest rated side in the division. Have a great day, guys. Much love, and I'll see you for the next episode of the Summer Career Mode. Oh, and our first scouting report as well. Fingers crossed, touch wood, those are good. I'll see you for the next episode very soon.